Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of On Air. So today I'm here with internet sensation, icon, Imarai Stuart.
Hey y'all, it's me, Imarai Stuart, internet sensation apparently. Oh shit. Yeah, I really am coming back here all the time.
Yes. So I think this is probably like episode 8 or 9, but a lot of the time we meet as a team and go over like what guest should we have, and I felt like your name kept coming up all the time. Like, you gotta get Imarai. I'm like, would he want to be on it? They're like, he is literally like the funniest, craziest. I keep hearing the word crazy, funny, wild. Like, where do you get this reputation of just being this insane, I don't know, icon, I guess?
I don't know. Wait, honestly, I think it's just because I'm always down for anything, always down for a good time, and honestly, I saw the outline like that you have, and a lot of questions about growing up in Vegas.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
So I think that like growing up in Vegas just kind of like forms you into a little bit of a wild child because you're forced to grow up a little bit faster just because you like see so much crazy shit.
Got it.
And so many crazy things happen, and whether it's like, I mean, honestly, like drinking, underage drinking, not like saying you should underage drink if you live in Las Vegas, but like it happened.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know, everyone kind of is just always down to party. It's like the strip is like not too like far away, so it's like so tempting, like the idea of like having a fake ID and being able to go to these clubs and doing this and that and just all the crazy shit going
just
downtown,
exposed to it
bars.
so early on.
Yeah, and then when it's in such a close proximity to you and it's so like I don't know, like when people turn 21, they like are like, I'm going to Vegas, you know? Like, so it's like growing up in the place to party. Yeah. You kind of just, I don't know, it's just embedded into your blood.
The first time I ever went to Vegas was when I moved to LA in 2014.
Okay,
so
wait, I was going to ask you, how old are you?
How old do I look? That's what really matters.
19.
Good answer. You don't ever ask a girl her age?
Okay. Shit. Suddenly I'm never coming back on the pod.
But
you look amazing for whatever age you are.
I mean, the fact that you could even ask me that, you must not think I'm old. So that's
no,
a good
not
thing.
at all.
Yeah, because if you think somebody's old, you're never like, how old are you, by the way? Oh, I'm 45.
No. I would never guess that you're old in any way, shape, or form. Just from like the things that
back. Okay,
the things that I was just getting like context clues from the things that you've been saying.
Yeah, no,
like,
this is 2014. So I don't know how old I was at the time, but
I was a freshman in high school.
I was like 21 and change a little bit, and I had never been to Vegas. I'd only been to LA one time, and I was like, everyone's like, what are you so excited about, like moving to California? Like, what's the most, like the thing you're most excited? I'm like, going to Vegas. So, like, you've never been in Vegas? And I'm like, no. And I literally thought it was good. I mean, it is kind of like you see in the movies, like The Hangover and stuff. Yeah. But now I feel like I've been there so many times that it's like, it is crazy, but at the time you're like, oh my God, it's like this like fantasy world. Yeah. And but for you, it's probably like, I mean, you grew up there. So yeah.
And like, obviously, like once I finally actually turned 21 and like was walking around with my legal ID, it was honestly a whole different experience because like, so I got my first fake ID when I was 15.
Oh, they were going to say like 12 or something.
No.
After my first Holy Communion, the priest gave it to me.
No, I was 15. And like I said, I'm not encouraging anyone to do any of this crazy shit. But like, this is the reality of what happened. So I was 15, got my very first fake ID. It was the shittiest fake I've ever seen in my entire life. It was from New York. And it was like so thin. I literally had braces. I had braces.
I mean, people have braces now that are 21.
Yeah, but like when I was 15, I also like appeared like I was like 12.
You know? Like okay.
I wouldn't use it anywhere besides like this one little liquor store that like they didn't. Honestly, I could have literally showed them like a credit card. And they would have been like, oh my God, perfect. Like whatever, just buy something here. And so I would use it there. And so running around with that ID, like I wasn't able to do very much, but I was still able to like go buy alcohol also. I would literally steal alcohol a lot too. Like literally
from stores?
From like like a Ralph's or like and family too.
Got it.
It was just like at home. I was like perfect. Let's pour it into a water bottle. Let's leave. Like you know. But like, God, I'm just airing myself out. They were called bottle runs, and they would always send me in because I looked the youngest. Okay. So it was like, oh, no one's gonna suspect this like 12-year-old to like go into the alcohol aisle and shove 2 bottles into his pants. You know.
Oh my God, did you ever get caught?
And like twice, but never like.
Yes, twice.
I got caught one time. I was stealing from like. Oh my God, I was just such a bad kid. I don't know why. I would remember when Hydro Flask became a thing.
Yes.
So, I went on like a Hydro Flask stealing spree because I was like, I just want so many. I want to give them to like my parents. I want to give my friends ones. Like I just love them so much, and everyone loved them. So I was like, this is so cute. Like everyone has their own little Hydro Flask. Like I literally I'm pretty sure the Hydro Flask that my dad carries today is stolen.
Oh my god.
So I was going on a little spree, going to Dick's Sporting Goods, going to whatever, and I go to I went to Sears. Sears didn't have Hydro Flasks, but they like said they did online. So I was like, whatever. And then I was like on the way out with one of my best friends, and lo and behold, 20 feet to the left, there's just a bunch of alcohol. And I was like, wait, we're going to like a bonfire like tonight. Should we just like crank it? And she was like, yeah, go for it. They do that. That was fine. A breeze. And then go to Target and running around Target, and they don't have Hydro Flasks either. And I'm like, wait, what? What's the fraudulence? You guys say you have this shit online. Like, what's with the dick tees? Like, come on. And so Target is, I don't know if any of you guys are thieves, don't steal at Target, okay? Because you will get fucked up at Target. So I'm at Target, and they don't have a Hydro Flask, but I'm like, we're still going to this bonfire tonight. The more alcohol, the merrier. Yeah. And like, okay, snatch that shit. And I'm like, perfect. Boom, boom, into the pants. On my way out, literally the doors don't even like open. Like they're not like automatic doors. Yeah. They didn't even open, and there's just an employee standing. Like he just like comes right in front, grabs me, and I was like, he's like pulling me away. I take him out of my pants, and I'm like, just take him, 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 just take him. Like we're like, he's like guiding me to the back room. I'm like, please, just take them, just take them. They're not even speaking. They just throw me into this back room, start like. Literally just like banned me from this Target on Silverado and Eastern. Fuck you guys. And they're like, if you step foot in this Target, we have facial recognition, all this stuff. And I was like, what? Facial recognition?
Yeah, but like their door wouldn't open, but they have like high tech like fingerprint scans.
I think they knew that I was stealing, so they locked the doors.
Oh, really?
Because they're like, we were watching you on camera.
I thought you meant it was just like wonky and wouldn't open. Okay, got it. No, that makes more sense.
And then my best friend, she goes in the car because she didn't do anything wrong. Like, and she just like left. Like I was the one that was in trouble. And it's like midday. It's like a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't know. My parents, they're like, we have to call your parents because I was literally 15. Like your parents have to come get you. Call my parents. They're out like at like Buffalo Wild Wings watching sports midday, like getting drunk, having a blast.
Such a Vegas
and they're like,
parent like activity in the middle of the day.
No, exactly. My mom and dad, they're like, okay, are you fucking serious? Why are you stealing alcohol? Blah, blah, all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know why I was doing it. Like. What? And they're like, can he just go home with his friend? Like, they're like, if you're giving us permission to release him, then like by all means go. And I'm like, God. Like, and I was like, see, I told you guys it was fine. Just take the alcohol and everything will be okay. And so yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Were you arrested multiple like underage? Like in Vegas, is there lots of underage?
I was never arrested for anything.
Okay, got it. Citations or something?
I got a ticket one time because I was at a party and. There was like, I don't know. So it was a big party, and one of my friends in the party, she had this ex-boyfriend who makes music, and at the time he was like giving like SoundCloud rapper, like it was just like, but he made this like shitty ass song about her, and of course all the fucking little Vegas bitches are like supporting him. They're like, yeah, he gonna make it, our boy, all this shit. I'm like. I'm like, that's my girl. What? So they start playing the song. And he's like singing it, like looking at her, all this shit. And she gets upset. She starts crying. We're like, oh, goddamn. We're like, girl, let's go outside. So we're sitting in the front. And there's like 4 of us just sitting on like the ledge out front of the party. And then the police roll up. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, what do they want? But then we're like, just act natural. Like, we're not doing anything wrong. We have like a handle of Smirnoff. It was always Smirnoff in high school too. Because it was like the easiest to steal or the cheapest to buy. Right. And... So we're sitting out front. There's like a handle of Smirnoff. We're like, let's just hide it a little bit. Let's push it near the tire of this car. And because we're just sitting on the curb. Like, so if you just looked at us, it wouldn't look like we're doing anything wrong. But Vegas police are assholes. Not like Las Vegas, but like Henderson. Henderson is like the suburban area.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like just 15, 20 minutes from the strip. So the Henderson police, fuck you guys, first of all. And so... They pull up and they like whoop whoop like the lights and we're like, hey, like what's up? Hey sir, what's up, officer? How's your night going?
You probably thought somebody called them as like a bachelor party, like come on. So like, no, we're actually real cops.
And at this point in time, like I think I was the only 17-year-old at the party because I was like always friends with kids like a grade older than me, and I graduated early, so there was like a gap in age, and so. They are like asking us all like our ages and stuff, and then they start copying out the party, and like we're the ones sitting on the curbs, and so they kick everyone out of the party. They find like drugs in a bush, And they're like, all of you guys are fine to go because it's like, there's a curfew. And they're like, you guys are all literally 18, 19, whatever. They're like, but he has to stay. What? He's 17. And I'm like,
the hell?
Like, are you fucking kidding? Like, come on. Like, just let me go. And then they're like, we have an even bigger problem at hand. He's 17. There's a bottle of vodka right here. Like, so whoever like provided the alcohol is contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And I'm like, first of all, technically, aren't we all minors to alcohol? Like,
everyone under 21 would be, right?
Yeah. No, that's what I thought too. I'm like,
so weird.
I'm like, okay, yeah, totally, we're fine. They're like, no, him. I'm like, what? Just for being 17, like they can't buy it either. Like, whatever. Yeah. And so everyone's like looking around, and like I didn't supply the alcohol. I'm like, no one sent me in for a bottle run this night. The fake ID was not getting used. Like, it was just alcohol that we had brought outside because we're all like, we're consoling our sister.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're like, girl, take a shot. Fuck him. Like, whatever. And so everyone's like silent. It's like crickets. And I'm just like looking around like, is anyone going to claim their alcohol? No. So then I was just like, honestly, I don't want to like fuck any of my friends over. So I was just like, yeah, it was mine.
Smart.
And they're like, how'd you get it? And I was like, stole it. I just like, you know, I was just like, I'm going to take blame for it. And then they were like, okay, well, you guys are all free to go because he's the bad kid.
And they kept you?
Yeah, they kept me until like 6:30 a.m. or something like that because I called.
Or at the police station?
At the house.
Okay, got it.
So I call one of my older friends that's like bigger and buff, and I'm like, yo, I need you to come pretend to like be my like older stepbrother or my dad or something.
Yeah.
Like, because my parents aren't answering and the police aren't gonna let me go until like family picks me up. He's like, okay, comes. They're like, absolutely not. They're like, what? Do you think we're stupid? And I was like,
they knew he wasn't like.
So then he had to go back. He went to my parents' house, woke my parents up, was like, Amari's in trouble. And then they issued me like a fucking like $600 ticket for minor in possession and minor in consumption of alcohol. Ugh. And I was like, ew. And then I had to go to court.
Were your parents really strict, or were they kind of just like open-minded about everything?
My parents, like, they were really strict until they realized that.
Are you an only child?
No, I have 2 younger siblings and then 2 like older half siblings. But I didn't grow up with my half siblings. So
okay, got it.
I kind of like grew up as the oldest of
like the batch of those parents. Okay, got it.
And so like they kind of always wanted to be strict on me, but then they were like, oh, like I would always get straight A's. I was in like honors classes, AP classes, which you wouldn't think so because I'm like, what's going on up here? Yeah. You know, and I was always doing really good in school. So my parents were always like, I mean, yeah, you can like go out later, but like,
because it was justified.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, I just worked my ass off and got an amazing grade in this AP class.
Yeah, and
like,
you party on the weekends.
My siblings on the other, and it was easier too because my siblings, they were more like B's, C's, and D's, sometimes F's. Like I was always like straight A's. Like if the first time I got a B, my mom was like, a B stands for you might as well be failing. I'm like, B stands for bitch. What? Like, And so basically sophomore year was when they kind of were like, let's let him do his thing. I also like had one really bad night where my parents had to come pick me up and they were like, oh shit. Like I was just lying. It was like a Halloween and I was they thought I was like being wholesome on Halloween and I went out and went crazy and like,
oh shit.
So then they kind of realized like, oh, he's actually just going out and partying and lying to us.
Got it.
So then they were just like, okay, if you're going to do it, just be honest with us.
Yeah.
And that's when like the strictness kind of like went away, but they were still pissed. So like, why are we picking you up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
when we are asleep? Yeah. For alcohol. They're like, what? Like, you're so smart. Why are you so fucking stupid? And I was like, ugh.
Which is understandable.
But yeah, that was the only time I ever got in trouble like with the law.
So when did you realize that you could monetize off of your vlogs and your following, like start making money or charging people to maybe like promote them or mention them or shout them out or something?
So like when honestly through those like summer tour vlogs, that's when my channel started like growing, but I still only had like 50,000 subscribers. But honestly,
this is on
like
YouTube?
Yeah, this is on YouTube. But honestly, like on YouTube, like gaining subscribers isn't that easy. And also a lot of brands and stuff, they look at like your view count. Yeah. And they like to see how fast your channel is growing. And my channel was growing like really rapidly at that point. And there was just like a consistency in the uploading. And so then I would get emails like, and I wasn't like really managed by anyone at the time. It wasn't like someone was, I don't know, doing everything for me. And so I would see these emails and like, I feel like everyone's like first fucking brand deal is like a teeth whitening deal. Yeah. Or, like, yes. It's like shit like that, like the little stuff. But I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, or I would get brands like emailing me or messaging me on Instagram being like, we want to send you this. Like, Yeah. And I was like, I already knew that that was possible because I watched it happen with my best friend. And over time now I've like learned a lot, and that's just kind of how it goes. Like when you see it like firsthand, and like sometimes now I'm like, okay, honestly, I see this email, I'll just respond to it myself. I know exactly what to say, how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And like once I remember I had like a template a long time ago when I didn't have any like sort of team, because I was like, okay, I'm so sick of sounding unprofessional or like not knowing anything. I didn't know anything about rates, honestly, but I had like a template of like something that just sounded so much more official from my behalf. And I would just like use that. And it was either like responses to brands, or it would be like, I would reach out to brands for hours. Because I was like, oh, I really like this company's clothes, or I really like this or this or this or this or this. Like I would just see shit, and I would be like, oh, I know, like I see people doing campaigns with them. I like their stuff. I want to work with them. Like, let me see like what I can do.
Your brand.
Yeah. So I would like do like reach outs a lot. And that's what I encourage, honestly. You like, if someone's like starting out as an influencer, don't be afraid to reach out, because you never know.
1,000,000%. You have to have like a whole entire, I used to have in my notes 200 different emails. I would love if you featured me here. Can I work with your brand? Can you send me stuff? Like all day, every day in the beginning of growing your following. I feel like that's like the most important thing. You just have
and
to kind of
brands, I feel like they want like a story. Almost. They want to like be like, oh my God, this person's actually interested in us, and they want to like work with us. Like they see you reaching out yourself, and they're like, wow, what a perfect fit. Like we didn't even have to ask this bitch. They already love the shit.
They
like,
respect that.
You don't have to give them talking points. Like they got them in their head already. Like,
for sure. And I feel like brands respect that more than just having some like random person reach out like, oh, on, you know, his behalf, we would love this stuff sent to us. So
yeah. It's very like
personal. It's
a big mix of what the fuck to do. It's a very confusing thing too. Like I remember being like, I'm like, shit, do I just go back to school? I was like, this is kind of confusing.
So when did you decide to move from Vegas to LA? Because you live in LA full time now, correct?
So towards the end of it, shit just wasn't going well anymore. I'm like, honestly, gonna need a sip of champagne before we dive into this shit.
So stuff started to go south.
So yeah, relationship was just like crumbling. That man cheated on me. And then like, I literally was just like going
this
through
his
his phone
when you were
every
in
single
Vegas.
night. Yeah, while I still lived in Vegas. And
what year was this? If you don't mind me asking.
2019,
18?
2018. I remember I was 20.
Okay, got it.
When we broke up. And so I like the relationship finally like came to a complete stop, because I was just like, okay, this isn't working anymore.
Yeah.
And it was like a mutual breakup. The breakup was really bad too. And I was like so in love with this person. Like it was like my first love. Like I didn't really know any better. Like, and first like guy. First like I came out of the closet for this person.
Oh, no way.
And so I was just like, I don't know, there was like a big like emotional attachment there. So when the relationship ended, and it ended badly, my whole world stopped.
Like catastrophic. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. And I was like depressed for like 2.5 months. And my best friend, Tana, she was like, Imarai, you're just like crying in bed all day. Like come out here. And I would visit them too. Like I would go and visit them a lot. But they always like, when I would visit, they'd be like, I wish you lived here. I wish you lived here. I'm like, yeah, me too. But I live in Vegas. Like, and when it ended, I was like, I don't know, because the person I was dating, they're not even from Vegas, but like when it ended, I was like, what's even keeping me here? Like I should just go be happy with my best friends.
Cut the cord and just fresh start there.
And so I think I was just kind of like attached to like living at home. It's so easy. Like my parents, they take such good care of me. They cook nonstop, like laundry done, like it's
like the safety net, basically.
I low-key think I low-key know I'm the favorite. Like the way they treat me, like every time I go back and visit too, it's like getting treated like gold. I feel like I'm at like Catch. Like like it just feels amazing.
Right.
And so I was like Tana was like, Imarai, move to LA, like come live with me. And I was like, I'm not even like making ample money to like live in LA yet, because LA is like so expensive. And like when I was in that relationship, I would just kind of like complete a deal and just be like, fuck it, whatever. Like, and I wasn't like amplifying the amount of money I was making. I was just like, okay, it's fine. Like I was just so comfortable and like enveloped in this person that I wasn't even like focusing on like my business and career as much. So I was like, I don't even make enough money to live in LA. Tana was like, I don't give a fuck. You're my best friend. You're my brother. Live with me for free. And I was like, I just don't feel comfortable doing that. She's like, please, please, please. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was 20 years old. And I was like, do I just like say fucking knew it? I'll feel so bad. Like, cause I still feel bad, like looking back on those days, but like she like never cared. And it was just like, it honestly like changed my life. Like it made my life so much better, because like in that like time span that we were living in that house and I wasn't paying like anything, I was able to like, I was inspired, I was motivated, I was around friends, I was so much happier. It like brought me out of such a funk.
Affect your relationship with her? Because sometimes when friends like do an arrangement like that, one friend will be like, I need you to, you know, but you seem like you were already kind of inspired and motivated from like the beginning.
No, not at all. Like the second I got there, like I was so happy to like, because when I would visit, I was like vlogging and happy to see everyone and everything, and it was just like just such a good environment switch, and that's like what everyone wanted for me.
So it just made you want more.
Yeah, exactly. That's and just like I don't know, it just made me like kind of realize I like fell out of like love, like with like a person, fell in love with like fell harder in love with like I was like, this is why I was doing this to begin with, like you know, love that.
It's like the glow up.
And then it like eventually like started making more money again, and then like everything just like got like so much better. Like I'm so grateful for that little chunk of time period in my life, and like just for my best friend, because like she's just so amazing, and I'm like, oh,
that's amazing.
You would do that for me
when somebody doesn't even realize like that. Just like a kind, simple gesture of being like, yeah, stay with me, like changes like the entire trajectory of like somebody's life. You know,
like if I didn't have that little like that breakup and that time period of me moving to LA, like I honestly don't know like where I don't even know if I'd be sitting here right now.
Because you like healed, learned yourself, and you're like, I could fucking do this on my own in LA where it actually counts. You know?
And like moving to Los Angeles, that's the thing too, is I feel bad for a lot of people that aren't able to like fully like make it out here, like or like get here, because you do have access to so much more once you are here, especially if like this is something you want to pursue, or even if it's like you want to be an actor, actress, or anything that's like entertainment industry. It's like here or like New York, you know, and New York's obviously really fucking expensive too. It's because there's so many like you have access to so much more shit, because you can go to events, like, or you can go to, like, there's just so much more networking. Even if, like, you're at the fucking club, you meet, like...
so many people.
Like, CEOs or just, like, people that own brands, or someone's like, oh, I like your outfit. I want to work with your brand. Or just, like, there's just so many different opportunities that you're not going to find in, like, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to break it to you, Rhode Islanders. Stay strong, though. I'll fly you out. But I feel bad for people, like... that, because I know like that's how I felt when I was in Vegas. I was like, honestly, I should just fucking like send it, because there's not much left for me here.
Yeah.
So
were you scared that that was like even a possibility when you moved to LA? Like, what if I don't do well? Or you just kind of knew like, I have what it takes, I'll be good. I'm very like, you know, magnetic. People will kind of just come to me.
I was very determined. Scared? And I was like, I kind of just like refused to fail. And like, because it was coming so naturally like back to me, I kind of just like knew that everything was going to be okay.
Got it.
And I also knew that like the people around me weren't going to like let me fail.
Abandon you, like leave you. Yeah.
So it was like a sense of just like,
I'm like, I got this.
Honey, I'm home. I'm like hopped off the plane at LAX.
How does your family, are your parents are supportive of you being out here doing everything that you're doing, or what are they like, please come back to Vegas, we miss you?
So like it's just like so funny, because my mom like is obsessed with me. I already know she's gonna be watching this shit. She's literally obsessed with me. And when I leave, when I go back to visit Vegas, I have to go back for literally every holiday. She even tries to get me to come out. She's like, it's St. Patrick's Day coming up. Come out here. I'm like, bitch, stop. No, I think that's not happening. But like Thanksgiving, I'll be back for. Christmas, I'll be back for. Like my brother's birthday's in January. I'll be back for that. And then like when it reaches the second half of the year, that's when it gets really intense, because it's like, Dad's birthday in June.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, not Dad's birthday in June. Dad's birthday in July. I'm like, sorry, Dad. I know you're watching this too. Sister's birthday in August. September, my mom's birthday. I can't miss my mom's birthday for the world.
Hell no.
Otherwise, all hell would break loose.
God, no.
And then October's my birthday. I actually didn't go back to Vegas for my birthday this year, because I was just so busy.
You said your birthday is October 23rd?
22nd.
22nd. I heard you talking out there,
Yeah. But typically I would go back, because like I love getting my my birthday present. I love getting my birthday present. But I'll be collecting that Thanksgiving. Yeah. And so like second of the year, I visit every single month, because my family's so like, come, like we're doing this, and they're very inviting. Yeah, it's so close too. It's like, how could you not? It's like literally like a 45-minute flight.
Yeah, it's not even in like an hour.
And like my family's like, we want all of your best friends' Christmas lists. We want all of everyone. And it's like, my parents aren't like rich either. So like they just like love like doing what they can for like all of my best friends, because they're like, these are like all of our children. I'm like, okay, but do the most for me.
Right. So since you grew up in Vegas, you and your friends obviously were not shy to the party scene. So what was the craziest drinking or partying bender that you've been on so far in living in LA?
Living in LA, I feel like,
or just
the past year has been pretty fucking crazy if you ask me. But my best friend Tana's birthday, we went to Cabo, and she like did the whole shebang. Like we stayed in like this crazy ass house, and she had like a chef and like bartender, yeah. And I feel like having access to a full-time bartender at your house is the easiest way to get so fucked up. Like literally sitting there just like having breakfast. I mean, like, can I have another mimosa?
Right?
Another one. Like, yeah, sure. Unlimited alcohol supply. Like we were there for like 4 or 5 days, I think. And
it was basically like 2 weeks, because I feel like in Cabo, when you have that kind of staff at the house, it's each day is like 2 days, because you have like the day shift where you're drunk and then you take a nap at 3 p.m. and then you have like the second part of the day.
It'd be the staff trips that really fuck you up, because it's like you're not having to swipe your card for anything. Like you're not having to like be like, oh my God, I should chill. Like it's like, and they're just like being like, oh, I made these for everyone. Yeah. Like, how could I possibly say no? Like, are you kidding?
The
like
best shots with like the cinnamon and the orange with the tequila.
I tried that not too long ago with my friend. One of my best friend's sugar daddies took us to the Beverly Hills Hotel. Oh my God. And he was like, have you ever had a tequila shot with cinnamon and orange? I was like, no, just a lime.
So like, good, right?
And yeah, it changed my life actually.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound good when you hear it, but when you taste it, you're like, oh my God, where have you been my entire fucking life?
Yeah, I was like, damn, keep this, sugar daddy.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. You tend to have friendships with people who are very controversial. What is that like from your perspective when they're getting hate from people online, or maybe they're grouping you with like their latest kind of controversy? Are you just like, listen, they're my friends, don't talk shit about them? Or
so I never like go online. I mean, like I'll always say like I see behind closed doors, you know, and you guys just see a portion of these people's lives, or everyone's lives, honestly, online. Unless you're someone that's literally like live streaming 24/7, like these Twitch bitches out here, like, you know, like you only see a portion that people choose to put online, you know, and also like, I don't know, whatever. And so I see what happens behind closed doors. I know like what this person meant. I know what this person said. I know like how the internet perceived it. And I also know that the internet nowadays is a little more sensitive. God, yeah. Than a lot more sensitive. You know, there's so many things that are like way more cancel, like
culture or whatever.
Yeah, cancel culture is just so powerful nowadays. And so I'm like, I know this person. I know their true intentions. I know this person isn't racist, homophobic, misogynist, or like just these different things. Yeah. Like I know this person's not like a predator or whatever it is. I know these people, so I just kind of like steer clear. Like, and I kind of like to show my like I hope that people understand that I'm a good judge of character, and that like because I'm posting with this person doesn't like means that, oh, Amari's a good judge of character. Like he sees what's going on. He sees what's going on behind closed doors. Like maybe this person isn't so bad.
Yeah.
Like maybe like, he's seeing something that we literally do not know, and that's kind of like what I do with that. But then it also kind of sucks because then at the end of the day, like if like one of your friends is in like a huge scandal or got in a scandal that like people can never like look like take back.
Yeah.
Then like no matter what you do, like when these people are like really, really big, you're gonna get the comments and that kind of stuff. And I used to like just let the comments just sit there, and I was like, whatever, like I don't care.
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I was like, I still don't care, but I also like care about the person that I'm with. So I'm gonna like go ahead and just like put like different like filters on my comments or stuff like that when I'm posting with these people, because I don't want them to see it and like
constantly just be reminded of a mistake that they made. Basically,
exactly, because it's just like that sucks. Like,
yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes, but to have to relive it all the time, constantly,
it's unfair, honestly.
Yeah, my block list on my my comments is literally 150. It's like horror, plastic surgery, escort. Like, I'm like, this is so sad that we actually have to do this and filter these trolls on social media, but I mean, it's better.
And it's like, who are you to say that about me? Because you literally don't know who I am. You just see me through a camera, or you like see or hear my voice like on a podcast or something. Exactly. Like you don't know anything about the life I live or what I'm doing after this, what I did before this, or you know, it's just so awful.
Is there anything that people say to you online that maybe bothers you? Like, is there something maybe about your character, or just like saying you don't deserve like the fame that you have or whatever?
I think the only thing that really frustrates me online is like I don't really get comments like, well, sometimes I'll get comments that are like, oh, he's only famous because of Tana, and I'm like, okay, true. But at the same time too, I'm like, wait, but you follow me, you think I'm entertaining? Like I'm also famous because not famous. Wait, relax. Because like I'm entertaining, and like that's my goal is to entertain people. I don't like that people think that other people like pay for my life.
Got it.
I'm like, I would love for someone to pay for my life. Shit, if you want to be my sugar daddy, hit me up. Like, you know, like my friends don't pay for my life. Like sometimes we'll go to a dinner and like one person pays, like, but that's like normal.
Yeah, of
like
course.
Especially like here where everyone has like a little more dollars to their name. It's not like
and
the worst thing in the world
all the time.
Yeah,
too.
and like a lot of like comped shit. Like
just tag, thanks, Catch.
But like,
thanks.
But it's like no one's paying my rent. No one's paying for my car. No one's doing like this for me. Like. So I just don't like the comments when people like assume like those areas
You're like
of my
a
life.
freeloader, like riding.
I literally don't even have a credit card. Like I should have a credit card. I should be an adult building credit, but I literally don't even have a credit card. So every dollar that I spend is like, bitch, that's coming out of my checking account. Like,
got it. Yeah, that would drive me nuts too.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I get why people would like. Actually, I don't even get why people assume that. Why? Because like other people around me have more success and more followers and access to even larger amounts of money than I do, but that's still not fair.
That means you like contribute nothing at all whatsoever just because somebody's maybe a little bit better off.
Right. And I'm like, I open up Postmates and I'm like, does anyone want anything?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like I don't know. It's just really weird. I don't like when people assume things like that about me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, fuck you.
Right.
Whatever. I wish.
If you could go back and do one thing different so far in your social media career, would you change anything or what would it be now, like knowing what you know now?
I think that I stopped posting on YouTube for a really long time and I still haven't posted. Like it's been quite some months.
Like
and
a year? Less than a year?
Probably like less than a year. Like I probably threw up some vlogs like 8 months ago or something, but like we're getting close.
Okay.
And I think that it would, and before that, it was probably like 4 months in between like my posts and stuff. I think that I would like just have never done that, like taking those like breaks, because then like coming back sometimes like is so hard, especially on a platform that is like getting taken over because there's like TikTok now, and like on TikTok you can watch 3-minute videos and like all this shit, and like shorter form content is becoming so much more popular. But I feel like I would have like maintained an audience there had I just like stayed and never left. So now when I like upload a video, I'm like, fuck, where's everyone at?
I know.
It's like crickets, you know?
Oh, I feel like that's so hard though, being like constantly just consistent with stuff.
Sometimes you like get into like waves, and especially with YouTube, what I've noticed, because I grew up watching YouTube. Even when I was uploading YouTube videos, I would always watch them because I want to get inspired, see what my friends are uploading. I like watching my friends' videos. It makes me really happy. And lately, like past couple months, I'm like, why? I've asked myself, why aren't you uploading to YouTube? And I've kind of realized like now when I go on YouTube, I'm not even watching like my friends' videos anymore. I'm not watching vlogs. I'm not like watching anything. So there's nothing to like inspire me. I'm watching like a Kendall Jenner house tour.
Yeah.
Or like Billie Eilish playing Song Association. Like,
for sure.
I'm watching videos like that, just like
or like a tutorial. I always watch like house tutorials, or like if Kylie posts her videos with Stormy, the cooking things, that's the stuff I watch.
Yeah, I watch like a lot of like celebrity content now, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me getting older and like kind of just falling out of
I feel like that stuff now, TikTok kind of took over like that kind of avenue for doing that, right?
Yeah, like I lost like my personal like connection with like YouTubers. But there's still like YouTube videos and YouTube channels that I'll watch, but it's not like that person's like a YouTuber. I'm watching like the channel.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to if I'm like building up like a relationship or a connection like with this like influencer, creator, whatever, it's on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I wish I never left YouTube because I feel like I left behind like a lot of people. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys.
I know.
Like I left behind a lot of people and they're always like, we want to see your vlogs and stuff. And I still do vlog, and I've been editing vlogs, but I just haven't been posting them because I'm like, it's just not the same, and I feel like people are gonna look at me and be like, he's not the same or something. I'm just like scared.
Yeah.
And
I feel like YouTube, I think you mentioned it before, like it takes a while to grow on there, where the other kind of social media platforms are more like instant gratification, like lots of followers, lots of comments. I feel like YouTube, it's like very just like you have to kind of put it out for your diehard fans because you're not getting like that
and so much more time consuming too.
Yeah.
So then when you're not like seeing it, like you don't get that instant gratification, which I mean, you shouldn't look for instant gratification.
Yeah.
It's just like a better feeling.
But it causes you to want like incentive to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know? So obviously now you probably get recognized quite frequently. Have you ever had any really, really creepy interactions with like a fan that maybe became a little stalkerish or?
Okay, so honestly, like for the most part, literally no.
Okay.
But there was this one time that actually like terrified me. That actually made me like so uncomfortable, scared. Like so when I was first starting out, like I said, I was in college, and I remember I get a text from a random number, and like, is this Mari? And I'm like, bitch, I'm in class. Like, what? And so I don't remember what I responded to it, but they kind of like realized that it was me and it was someone that was a fan. And they started like I wasn't responding to them, and I was like very nice about it. I was like, will you please like delete my number, or like they were like, if you block me, or like they said, if you block me, I'll post your number online. And I was like, God fucking damn it. I was like, I just started this shit. Like, what? So then I couldn't like block their number because I was afraid of that. And then they started like being too much, like sending like almost pictures that just like weren't appropriate. I wasn't 21 yet, and this person was over 18, so it wasn't anything like illegal. Say that. But it was just, it made me so uncomfortable. And like they kept being like, if you block me, and I would text them back, like, can you please stop? Like, will you please stop? Please, please, please. Like, please don't leak my number. Please just let's stop this. Like, And
you didn't know who it was, or you did?
I didn't know who it was. Got it. Until
so where did they say they were
until
post
much
your number?
later, everywhere. They were like, we'll put it on. I'll put it on Twitter. I'll put it on Instagram. I'll put it everywhere. But I didn't know who this person was. And then finally, I started to get like more details about this person, because I was like, okay. It was when we were on tour. They had like texted me again, and they were like, I'll see you at the whatever show. And I hadn't talked to this person in months because I don't know. It was just like, it was easier to like not respond than to like respond and say, please stop. Because then they were like, oh, like it would be like, oh, maybe he changed his number or something. But then they texted and were like, we'll see you at this show, or I'll see you at this show. And I was like, oh my God. So then I was like, wait, I'm like scared. So I told the tour managers, and they were like, okay, let's find out some like more information about this person. And I was like, okay. So I like start responding, get like some questions or whatever. And I'm at the show, and I was like, oh my God, like, can't wait to see you today. Like, what are you wearing? So I recognize you. And they like tell me what they're wearing. I tell the tour managers, okay, we're gonna go blacklist this person from the event, because I was so uncomfortable and I didn't know like what their like real intentions were. Like what if they're coming? Like, what if they want to stab me?
For sure.
I'm a little boy. I'm a little girl. You can't stab me. Like, so I didn't know what they wanted to do. And then so they went out. They scoped out the situation. They found the person, and then they like told them how they got my number. I don't remember how it was. And they like explained to the person or whatever. So then they come back to me, and they're like, honestly, like, we'll stay close by. We'll watch everything. But the person seems like fine. And I was like, I'm not going to ruin someone's experience. Like, if they want to meet me, come fucking meet me, you know?
Of course.
And so we like do the meet and greet. Everything's fine. And it all worked out well. But it was like the scariest thing of my entire life, because I was like, I have no idea. And I was like new to it. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. And like, I've never experienced something like that. Like,
intense.
Yeah, that was like really intense. And I was just really scared.
Where you just feel like you're like at the mercy of some creep that you don't even know.
Exactly. And I was like, what if this person also walks up and they don't even look, like, what if all those pictures and everything, like, what if all that was like fake? And like, what if I don't even, an episode of Catfish. I know. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was just crazy.
Speaking of catfish, this is like kind of not on the outline, but has anyone ever used your photos to catfish a fan, and like one of your fans got angry, like, I've been sending you money, or iTunes gift cards? Because that starts to happen when you start to get like a following, I figured.
Shit, I want someone to send me iTunes gift cards. Damn.
No, they would use your photos pretending to be you, speaking to like your fans. So they prey on
saying that
your
I
comments.
Was sending them.
Yeah, they prey on your comments, and they look for your fans, and they're like, hey, they'll make like a second account of you, like Imarai Stuart 2 or something. It's like, this is my private account just to talk to my followers. Message me on this.
To you?
Oh my God, like 8,000 times a day.
Literally. You have so many fucking followers. Let's be real.
People tried to sue me, like, my dad sent you $50,000 last year. I'm like, your dad didn't send me anything. It'll show me like the photo of the dad. It'll be like this 80-year-old guy with no teeth in Oklahoma. I'm like, you really think I've been speaking to your dad for the last year? And I'm like, guys, this is my only account, but it happens all the time. So it's crazy. Only a matter of time before they start using those photos.
People have used my pictures.
On like dating profiles and stuff?
Yeah, people have used my photos on like Tinder, Hinge, whatever the fuck. But I've never had any of those things. Yeah. So I've just like made that very clear online. But I've like gotten screenshots before. And like even like when I was in like a relationship, like someone was sending me screenshots and like, you want, like, what happened with you and blah blah blah. Like, you want dinner? I'm like,
you're like,
God damn it. Me. I'm like, that's literally not me. Now I look like a fucking cheating piece of shit.
Oh
like, come on. But never the iTunes, like, or like things
That'll
like that.
Next.
I don't think that.
Give it some time. Yeah.
I'm like, maybe after this podcast, now that I get this shout out, like we going for the moon, baby.
Oh my God. Okay, so now this round is going to be rapid fire. So you just don't have any time to think about the answers. The first thing that comes to mind, okay?
Okay.
So now that you're killing it in LA, you're like a socialite, influencer, we need to ask, who is the rudest celebrity that you've met so far? in LA, Miami, Vegas, New York, wherever, anywhere, but just who is the rudest? You could say it. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say like, we could bleep it.
Well, we won't, but
I think maybe we should bleep it.
Maybe explain them without the name and see if we can get
this person,
male or female?
Female. Okay. One of my friend's exes, should I say? They were never rude to me. I've just seen them be really fucking rude.
Oh my god. I could see that.
Let's bleep it.
Yeah. Okay, good. Should we bleep it? Or should you explain it as... Okay, got it. Who is the nicest celebrity that you've ever met?
Nicest? Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
She's so fucking nice.
So nice. I met her, too, a while ago. So, like, she's literally exactly what you think she would... Like, she's just exactly like her online. She's
or Ethan Kutkoski from, like, Shameless and, like, other things.
Yeah.
Like, he plays
so nice.
Carl. He's so fucking nice. Honestly, yeah, I'll put him up there. He's the nicest.
He's up there?
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so a lot of these places that you've been to have like these after hours, late night parties that go into like the early morning. Who is the most random celebrity or influencer that you found yourself hanging out with at like 5 a.m, having a heart to heart that you're like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
No heart to heart.
Not a heart to heart, but you know what I mean. Like,
but I was around this person and I was like in close proximity with them. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Kristen Stewart.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
Yeah, it was like at like some fucking dive bar at like 4 a.m. with Bella Thorne. I guess they're friends.
Yeah.
And she was there and I was just like, what?
This is so weird. Was she nice or rude?
Very nice, actually. But I'm like, well, we didn't like talk much. So I'm just like,
where does Kristen Stewart hang
out? The bitch
out?
from Twilight.
I feel like she hangs out in like Silver Lake. Like, does she like come
to
like Hollywood?
Right, she really does give like Silver Lake home.
Yeah, it's very like, yeah.
It was like it was in Hollywood though, but
got it.
So random. I was just like, is that?
I know. Have you ever had to sign an NDA for being around people or hanging out with people or
being around people or like going into someone's house, stuff like that? No, but like to attend a party, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what party it is, but I've had to do like multiple times. Like
Miami?
No, out here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I've attended multiple parties where like you're walking in and they're like, oh, I'm like, what is this? Like it's an NDA. I'm like, for who?
No. We were just talking about that before with Chris Brown with the phone conversation.
Oh, he's an NDA ass bitch. Like
I know. We're like
what?
Nobody wants to actually admit that we're at your house, so you don't need to worry about us. Like
exactly. It's a lot of the rappers, honestly. A lot of the rappers,
lot of the ones
they
that shouldn't be like thinking that they're Jay-Z think that they're Jay-Z.
Exactly. Tyga.
Tyga. T-Rock.
Right. Like, don't shoot me though.
Who is your richest celebrity friend?
Richest? Net worth I don't know, but like if I just thought like that person has a lot of money.
Who is your most generous celebrity friend? Because there's
most generous, my best friend Tana, for sure. Because like she's done so much for me, and yeah, she be balling out. But this is also like kind of like weird because my friend James Charles, he's made a fuck ton of money. Like the beauty industry, like there's just so much money. Yeah, the sister community is very strong. Jeffree Star also loaded.
He's so rich. It's insane.
Yeah. Actually, I think hopefully Jeffree and I are close enough to consider like friends.
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
He's
Jeffree Star.
Off with his yaks. At my party that one time.
Right.
No, of course he knows who you are. But no, he's so rich. I had no idea that he was like that wealthy until I think I saw some random, you know, we were speaking about like random YouTube videos. It was like a house tour of Jeffree Star's Calabash. I'm like,
the house, the like vault, the like I don't even know, and now just like the yaks. Like I'm like like how he lives in Wyoming now.
Oh yeah.
And like has like a yak farm.
Wasn't there a whole rumor about him like hooking up with Kanye West? That's why he was in.
Yeah, he debunked that though. He was just like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, it was just because he was in Wyoming or something.
Well, honestly, a great rumor to have.
I could see that. I could see that going on.
Well, actually, not that great because fuck Kanye right now.
Yeah.
Let me clear the air.
Maybe like last year, Kanye. A good rumor. Is there any celebrity that you became close with that you didn't really expect to like hit it off with? That you're like, damn, like this person's actually down to earth, or
that's what I would say about like Ethan.
Got it.
He's like so nice, and I feel like he's a very like big name. Everyone's seen Shameless or like a little bit of it or watched all of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like how famous he actually was. And then I don't know, after like realizing all that stuff, I was like, he doesn't have to give me any time of day. Like he's like so cool, whatever. And he's like so fucking nice. Like we've had so many like just personal conversations. Like I don't even know. Like there's just so much like
it just feels like a normal friendship.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a genuine person.
I love that. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of your stories from Vegas and LA, we really want to get to know you and expose what's in your phone. So this is actually the first episode that we're doing this phone game, but
really?
Yeah, I'm so excited because like you're the perfect person because you have like the juiciest stories. So I feel like you're so fitting to kind of introduce this segment, don't you think, to the show? It's like I could not have even
Okay, let's do a cheers.
Okay, we're gonna do a cheers.
Because we might need a little champagne in us before we do this one.
Okay.
Let the games begin.
And we're both gonna do this together.
Okay, thank God.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Wait, to retrieve a voicemail first, I don't even have.
Yeah, does anyone even get good voicemails? Mine are from like my housekeeper this morning.
Wait, play it.
There's dog shit everywhere.
I know.
I don't even have any. If you look right here, like it literally says like set up.
Like,
hey, that's right.
Who actually leaves voicemails? Wait, hold on.
I'm honestly interested to hear that.
Why is it not going up?
I'm so sorry for inviting you, but I want to speak to you. I want to make sure it's okay for you that Cecilia can work for you Friday. Tuesday, she have too many doctor's appointments.
Yeah, it's my housekeeper.
She's like, I just want to let you know that we took all the drugs and we put them in your nightstand.
Yes. We cleaned all of the unicorn dildos that you left. And we put them under the bed.
She's like, we used a little bit of them. The bags are half empty. And she's like, I'm very high.
No, she's like, I'm so fucked up. I love you. I got the cash on the counter.
We stuffed your money in the ceiling like you requested.
She's like, you cannot smell the bodies at all. Okay, show us a picture from your recently deleted camera roll.
Oh, God.
Okay. So my recently deleted camera roll, hold on, sorry, my watch is falling off. My recently deleted camera roll is actually a little dry because I just took everything out because someone was trying to hack my phone or whatever a couple days ago. So I deleted, like, typically it's like OnlyFans content. So if you guys want to see what I deleted, OnlyFans.com/Imarai Stuart.
Oh, I like that.
The only thing in there now is literally a picture of me with the pizza.
Oh my God, I love
Blacked out on my birthday with the Prince Street pizza. And I think
you're blacked out there. You look fresh as a
I
daisy.
was so fucked up. And I think that it's only like deleted because I'm pretty sure this is the like unfacetuned version. But I'm going to screenshot it so you guys can see.
I always do that. I always have like a million deleted that are like the last edit in the Facetune. I'm like, just only save the most current edit. Like, especially if it's like a group photo, like, guys, make sure we all post the most recent that everybody's Facetune.
Gotta hit Visco, then you gotta hit Face App, then you gotta get Facetune.
Yeah,
you gotta hit all of them.
There's like a whole lineup. No, I have my last deleted was a conversation that I had with Emma, my last guest on the podcast.
Love Emma.
The other day, just asking me if we could delete a segment of her interview that she wasn't comfortable. I don't even know why I deleted it, but I just don't like to have like screenshots of conversations. And it was nothing scandalous, but I sent you guys. I'm like, hey, can you guys touch base with Emma in the morning? But that's it.
Emma who?
Kodos?
I don't know who she is.
She's like small, little blonde. She's so sweet.
Probably so pretty if you know her.
Yeah. She's literally, she was the one that I disclosed the unicorn dildo face thing.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so she's a bad bitch.
She got it out of me, yeah.
Well, speaking of unicorn dildos, search the word horny in your texts and read the last text with that word.
Oh, boy. Let me see.
Okay. So the very first one to pop up. This is actually so funny. My friend group and it was my friend's birthday, like a week ago, and we took a party bus to Texas Roadhouse. It's like 2 hours away, and Ty, my like boyfriend, that's not my boyfriend technically, like whatever. We're like talking about Texas Roadhouse, and we're excited to go, and he goes horny thinking about it, like not the food there.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Wait, one of my friends, Now I'm just looking for like some crazy shit. My friend Trevi goes, "I'm so horny on this plane right now." I have a lot from Trevi just saying, "I'm so horny. I'm so horny. I'm so horny. Help!" Like, help. What the fuck?
Maybe she's trying to tell you something. You're like, hold on.
Okay, so mine is actually from right around Halloween. I'm in a group chat with two of my girlfriends, and basically to give like backstory, one of my best friends, Maddie, was hooking up with this guy or dating this guy who's like a male porn star, literally the worst person in the world. We all hated him.
Is he like a big porn star?
No, he's like no name, nothing. And
amateur porn.
Hated this guy. I still do hate him. Ron, by the way, if you're watching this, we hate you. Anyways,
get him.
He like completely just like not ruined her, but just put her through like the ringer. And anyways, so he finally resurfaced like right before Halloween, and he sent her a picture of our other friend Kitty, because a lot of my girlfriends do like the e-commerce thing. So when you go into like Hustler, you'll see them on the candies, like the Yandy costume things. And he's like, damn, Kitty's in her bag. And she's like, are you trying to like make me jealous by sending me a photo of my other friend? And I'm like, he must be at Hustler buying props for his next at-home film, Horny Housewives on Halloween. He's such a fucking loser roach. I hate him so much.
Wait, I love that you say roach.
I know.
I say roach all the fucking time. My group chat, like with my friends. Wait, was that one of the questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Literally, the next question was like, what is your friend's group chat name?
Yeah.
It's Roach.
Is it?
It's literally Roach. Well, that's
Ours
so
is Savages,
crazy.
but I always call people, I'm like, he's such a fucking roach. That's like literally it's like below the scum of the earth. Yeah.
So true. No, it's so fun. And like me and my best friends, we all call each other roaches because it's like, you fucking roach. Or like when we all like go somewhere together, we're like, roach approach. Like,
so
I love that.
for the next one, we have who is the last person you searched on Instagram?
Let's see. Huh.
I can't say this one.
Why?
Oh wait, yeah, I did different one. I'm gonna bleep that.
No way.
Yeah, editor, please bleep that.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Mine is actually my friend Kwame, who, okay, backstory with Kwame. Kwame knows everyone. Kwame is how I met Drake and all these people. And Kwame is like one of my oldest standing friends in LA. And I had not seen him for a couple years because he's back and forth. Okay, this is actually like a random side story. There's this show, I guess, that Oprah has called like Queen Sugar. And there's this like super hot black actor on it. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's Kwame's older brother. He looks like Michael B. Jordan, but he's like so hot.
Do you know his name?
The older brother, no. It's
Okay.
like something Sarobi or something. But their family's like Nigerian royalty, okay? And Kwame just knows everyone. Like he's friends with every athlete, every rapper. And I hadn't seen him in a couple of years. And the other night when I went out on Halloween, I ran into him and he had a James Brown wig on. And I'm like, but I could hear his voice because he has this really
like,
raspy.
Kwame?
He's like, yo, what's, and I'm like, Kwame? He's like, oh my God. So we just like reconnected. So we're going to a Lakers game with him on Sunday. So I was talking to him today. He's like, what the fuck? You unfollowed me on Instagram? I'm like, wait, what's your thing? And I'm like, I have no idea how I unfollowed you. And I don't know. But I accidentally unfollowed him in the last couple of years. I'm like, maybe it was like my ex-boyfriend doing it or something.
Yeah.
But I had to refollow him. So I had to search his social media.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We'll love the rekindle with Kwame.
I know.
Yeah, thank God.
And he's so fun. He would actually be a good guest to have on here. And he's verified.
I'm like, DM him right
Slay.
now. Okay, what is the last thing you've Googled?
Let me see.
It's funny because I only use Safari if I'm Googling. Okay, so actually I'll just give you guys two because there's literally only two things right here. One, it's called Snaptic.
What's that?
It's like basically you like download your TikToks and then like remove the watermark.
Oh.
And because I like to post, sometimes I like to post TikToks on Instagram Reels or
And they
whatever.
have like the TikTok thing at the bottom. Got
But
it.
like just keep it there. And the other one, this is like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, because I was so fucking confused. So I have a severe tree nut allergy, like almonds, walnuts, cashews, like whatever the fuck. And growing up, I remember my dad would give me Heath bars. Like, and apparently Heath bars have almonds in them because I remember on like 2-3 nights ago, I'm so fucking wine drunk. I open up Postmates and I'm like, oh, let's get shit going. And one of the things I ordered was a Heath bar. It arrives and I'm looking at it because I'm just like, I just want to make sure because I know there's toffee in it, whatever. And I just like, of all things to order to a Heath bar, but like I ordered a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't wait. I'm gonna throw that bitch in the fridge, maybe the freezer, like fucking chow down all that shit. And I look at the wrapper, it says there's almonds in it, and I was like, I've had them before, but I know I'm like so allergic to almonds. Like, did y'all switch up the language on me? Like, what? And it says that there's almonds in them. And I texted my parents, like, or my family group chat, and I was like, since when are there almonds in Heath bars? Like, y'all fed them to me. Like, y'all trying to kill me? But yeah, that's what I have there.
Jesus.
And I also misspelled it too. So that's how you know I was wine drunk as fuck. It says R instead of there, it's TGERE.
Oh my God. That's
almonds and health bars.
I actually always clear my
is there nothing?
History, yeah.
That's a good
automatically.
So. Okay.
Smart girl.
Yeah, that's very smart. What is the last song you've listened to?
Drake's new album, Circle Loco.
I haven't listened to any of it.
It's so good.
I need to. I feel like maybe I've heard it like in the club or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like, and like not knew it was that.
Drake and 21 Savage. It came out like 2 days ago, I think.
When I was getting ready for the podcast, I was like showering and like, you know, like shaving my whole body, like, you know, getting in the cracks and crevices of this dick. And and I was listening to Nessa Barrett's new album, Young Forever.
Ooh.
It's such a good album to shower to, and like, especially if you're taking a long shower, you gotta like
exfoliate
and like start bending around, maneuvering.
Takes you like through the motions.
And like if you're listening to something like too upbeat and crazy while you're like shaving, like you're gonna like chop some balls off. I remember the first time I cut my balls shaving, like my actual like testicles. The very first time I cut my testicles shaving, like obviously I saw blood because that's what happens when you slice something with a razor. But I was worried that like you know how like a ball sack holds like sperm.
Yeah.
I I literally thought in my head, I was like, is white about to start leaking out?
Oh
because
my
like
God.
that didn't happen. In case anyone was wondering.
Okay, so that was a blast. I feel like you are probably going to be having me on your own podcast in a few months. Better.
If I do launch a podcast, you will absolutely.
What would you call it? Do you
know? Honestly, I don't know. I have a lot of competition here with this good ass name. Are you fucking kidding me? And this neon sign. I'm like, we love you, Street Lights. Is it Street Lights?
Yeah, Street Light. Is it Street Light or Street Life? Yeah, Street Light.
We love you, Street Light. But
shameless plug.
Yeah.
What are your plans also for like this year? We haven't really gotten into that for 2023 because we are almost approaching.
Okay, you know, it's funny as we mentioned podcasts. I want to start a podcast so bad. I used to podcast. If you guys ever watched, I don't fucking know. Probably not. Used to podcast, loved it so much. So that's kind of like where my goals are aspiring for. And then I'm like, obviously lots and lots of money. And
just brand deals, traveling, all that stuff, just growing your brand.
And New Year's blackout.
Yes, of course.
Comment down below where you're going to be on New Year's.
Miami, I think, maybe.
I need to be in Miami on New Year's this year.
I feel like you'll be in the 305 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
With me.
Absolutely.
And 11 at 8 a.m. in the morning with a big stripper twerking on us.
Okay. So
cheers.
Cheers to both of us. I think to close this out, we both have to like finish our glasses.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? There we go. That's a wrap. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you guys next time on Air.